Hey TpT sellers and teacherpreneurs, Brittany here from Teach Blog Travel, and today I'm going to be showing you how to use Quora as a free SEO keyword research tool to figure out words that you should use in your blog posts and in your TpT product listings and basically anywhere else where you can create searchable, Googleable content so that your stuff can get found and discovered. Strategy is super simple and easy. Of course, with any kind of SEO, we always want to try to get into the mind and mindset of the person who we're trying to help and think of what are the words that they're going to use and what are the types, like how are they going to spell it? Are they going to do, like for third, are they going to spell it third as in THIRD, or are they going to type 3RD, right? It seems silly, but those are things you want to think about. I was trying to hide my search bar to make it so that you didn't have to see it, just so it could be a little clearer. I don't know how to turn it off. It looks like it's not on. Whatever. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and go to Quora, and this is what I usually do. I'll do Quora semicolon so that it searches that site, and I'll think about what is my niche and who is looking for that advice and what are they looking for. So I have one store, Math with Minis, that really focuses on math facts. So I'm going to type in memorize math facts and just see what pops up here. Okay, so do you see how all of the search results have been narrowed down to, well, it's Quora first, okay? So I can see what is being asked on there. I also want to look for what is getting a lot of answers, what's getting a lot of votes, because that means other people are either searching for it or it's a hot topic, maybe a trending topic. And so with ranking, it's going to be quicker and easier to rank on Google. Okay, so do I have to memorize much in mathematics? So for me, like, I would have a different opinion than maybe some of you on this. So I am very clear and even a little bit polarizing intentionally with my content around memorizing math facts. I think it's something that students need to do. And a lot of teachers believe that if you memorize math facts, then you're not going to have conceptual understanding. And I disagree with that. And so I talk about that in my content because it's going to call out teachers who, you know, maybe you're like thinking, oh, it's not really trendy to say that we need to memorize math facts anymore, but they agree with it and they're happy that someone else is saying it. If you can start thinking about what are the stances and thoughts that you have on those kinds of topics related to your content pillars, related to your niche and the products you create on Teachers Pay Teachers, then your content is going to be more likely to get visible, go viral. You're going to have blog posts ranking higher on Google. You're even going to have your podcast and YouTube videos eventually ranking on Google because Google is starting to rank audio and video content as well. So this is all stuff to think about. All right. So in response to this one, how much I have to memorize? So they're going to say, no, not really. Don't have to memorize much. First hit the principles. And you're going to see some people agree with that. Some people say I have to memorize more. So you're going to get different kinds of answers, right? These people are saying PhD in mathematics. Some people, it's just different, right? So down here, you're going to see related questions. Okay. So look at how they're talking. Does mathematics require memorization of rules and formulas? Why? Okay. When you're writing a blog post title, it's really, really good to be able to either phrase it as a question, and the closer you can get to the phrasing that they actually use when they're asking the question, the better. So be sure that you're writing these questions down, that you're putting them into a Google Doc. I have one that you're welcome to use for free. I'll be sure to link it down in the description of this video. So grab that before you forget. Make sure you open it up in a new tab. It'll do a forced copy. So this would be a really good one. And then in your blog post, you're going to be sharing why you think it is important that they memorize rules and formulas or why you don't think it is and why. And I know that people don't like the idea of clickbait, but honestly, the more you can spark intrigue or interest in your title, the way that you're positioning the words, you'll get more clicks. And that means higher ranking on Google. So for example, this post, does mathematics require memorizing rules and formulas? You might phrase it as something like, why you absolutely do need to memorize rules and formulas in math. Okay, so that might someone, either they're going to say, oh, okay, I knew it, I need to read this post and figure out why, or they're going to respond, oh, what's this fool saying? I don't agree. Either way, you want for someone to be able to quickly either take a position or be in a position where they know they need to learn more, and so they're going to see you as the expert. Okay, so that's kind of what we're doing when we're thinking about SEO and good headlines and things like that. This would be a good one. Is math about understanding or memorizing? So this person's writing with the presupposition that you have to choose, right? So you could even use that question as your headline, but then in your blog post, you could go more into depth about how it's not really about either or, you really need both, Or maybe you take the position that conceptual understanding is more important, or maybe you take the position that memorizing is more important. Whatever it is, you want to make it really clear in your content what your position is, why you've taken that position, any evidence you have to back up your claims, any experience that you have, any kind of social proof. Like, do you have quotes from other people who have used your method or your resources with good results? Or maybe you have student results that you can somehow ethically share. Of course, you want to follow rules when it comes to sharing grades and stuff, but just think, how can you demonstrate or show that what you're talking about makes sense and is true? All right, let's look up some other questions that teachers might be searching for. So, struggling readers, okay? So let's see what pops up. Okay, ooh, this is a good one. Do graphic novels help struggling readers? So if you're focusing on literacy or helping second language, English language learners, then that might be a really good question for you to answer because it came up first and it's what people are looking for. Or is phonics instruction necessary? So maybe you believe that whole language learning is effective or not effective and you want to explain why. Or maybe you're a big proponent of systematic phonics-based instruction. You're going to explain why. So you'll start to see how really it is so important that you know your niche and you know exactly who you're talking to, because that means that you'll be more likely to look for the right words and put the right words in the right order in the same way that they would say them, so that your content is more likely to be searched by Google. And then the more that it's searched, the more that it's found, and the more that people stay on the page and actually read what you have to say and that people find it valuable, the more likely that Google is going to keep increasing your ranking until you're number 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 on Google, or at least on the first page. So Quora, really great free SEO keyword research tool that you can use. If you have any questions about this or you need more help, feel free to drop your questions in the comments below of this video. I am very active in our Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/teachblogtravel. We're called Blog Besties on there as of right now, but just look for my face and that name and you should find it. Talk soon.